Hello, friends. I'm Kostub and I'm here to talk to you. Talk to you about what? I understand, I can completely empathize. Since last 1 year, or even for some of you, more than that, you have been sincerely preparing for this examination, UPSC Prelims 2020. However, when the exam was just a month or two away, suddenly everything is changing. You are forced to hole up into your room or into your homes against your will. Plus, there is anxiety, uncertainty regarding not only the exam, but also regarding your routine. Adjusting in such uncertainties is bit difficult. That presses a lot of problems, and it makes it difficult, right, to plan your day, and there are a lot of challenges to deal with. Now I can understand that it is like you played a cricket game very nicely, fielding, bowling, and everything, and suddenly when your batting arrives, there is rainfall. But then this is no cricket. There is no Duckworth Lewis method here. You are not directly getting a decision. You just have to wait patiently, right? Apna time aega. But the question here is when. So when the exam would be, how you should prepare now. There are a lot of issues. So let us first try to understand. I see my aim is to clear your head. So we are just trying to have a dialogue where we can help understand your state of mind and help you to be more productive in this lockdown. So let us just see what challenges you're facing now. First, it is regarding the uncertainty about the exam as well as its preparation. So, when the exam would be and how you should prepare for that presently. I know uncertainty freaks you out. So, we'll come to that question. Second challenge is regarding the disruption in the normal way of life. So, suddenly everything changed. You're supposed to be having a very nice routine, and then you're used to that routine since more than 1 year. And suddenly now you've shifted. The change of location, change of people, change of food, everything has changed, right? And you for some of you, right, you are not able to be with the people you want to be with, and you are with people where you have to adjust, right? It's difficult to be holed up like this against your will. So here this disruption, this forced socialization, social distancing तर झालाच आहे, but this is for socialization also, that you have to adjust with the members of your family, members of other people who are around, and then with yourself. So that forced socialization even with your own self is throwing new challenges. Next is regarding with the challenges, like you are at home and you are supposed to be a productive member, but you have to be productive in your studies also. So this change in atmosphere has to be dealt with nicely. Lastly, it is about the pessimism all around, the disruption, the disturbances, and this brings a lot of distractions. So all these events around, how to make sense of those, right? And what impact would they have on your preparation and your process examination? Now, to address all these challenges, let us look at the questions one by one. First is, will the prelims exam be postponed? There has no there has not been a official communication from UPSC as of now, but this is very clear that the prelims exam may be postponed. The reason is even the interviews of last batch are yet to be finished. So if you consider the record of UPSC, that one cycle of examination is over before the second cycle begins. So you have to wait. Most probably the prelims may be shifted to maybe July or probably August. So exam is going to be shifted. Probability is very, very high. So the next question comes, when the examination would be, right? So I believe that from your preparation perspective, the exam may not be shifted too far, so that you change your preparation or mode of preparation completely. Say shift from prelims to mains, but it's not going to be too close also, that they're not just going to postpone by say 10 days or 15 days, so that you remain completely isolated in that prelims zone. This is also not advisable. So you have to ensure that you don't get out of the prelims mode completely, right? But still you should be able to incorporate other points regarding mains, because it is probable that the gap between pre and mains may not be very long. So in that case, certain things you had postponed or put beyond prelims, uh, some of them, if you are able to cover now, it will be well and good. The next question comes, that should you start preparing for main examination? Here, what I would say is you have an option. You can pick up topics which have a overlap between prelims and mains. So you have to basically read what you were reading, but from a mains perspective also. This may involve scribbling notes, trying to analyze the past questions, trying to prepare structures. So this preparation of mains or that perspective of mains can be brought in your preparation now. But then it is not that you should start reading, say, world history, the topics which are specifically for mains and are not asked in prelims. If you completely shift your preparation to mains specific topics which are not asked in prelims, then the probability is that you will get out of this prelims mindset. And then you know that shift from mains to prelims, the mindset part, that takes a lot of time. So it may also give you complacency that exam is too far away. अरे अभी तो टेंशन लेने का काम नहीं है, and that sort of thinking. You don't want that to happen. So what I would suggest is continue reading the core portion and read it from mains perspective. That is going to help you in eliminating the unnecessary options in prelims also. Apart from that, skill building for ethics and essay can be included. So for example, preparing structures for essays, preparing certain areas or topics regarding ethics where you can think about certain case studies, prepare certain proverbs or quotes which are overlapping between essay and ethics. So such skill building things you can include for ethics and essay. Now, uh, whatever you are reading, try to scribble and make notes. So that will help you in mains also. The next question that comes is, should you start practicing answer writing? So here I would suggest that not completely writing the answers, right? Because it is time consuming, and the process of building of answer writing will also take, say, 15 days or 10 days or more. What you can do is analyze the past question papers of UPSC, discuss among your friends. Online platforms are available. You can also prepare structures for them and cross check whether you have made the structure correctly. Take guidance from some expert mentor or faculty, and then analysis of this process will help you build skills, enrich your content, and here making notes of that content, so that there are certain areas that you are going to study during mains. But then if your notes are prepared on A4 sheet, so one A4 sheet for every point that is mentioned in the syllabus for mains, that is going to help you for mains as well as prelims. So to cut the long discussion short, what you can do is analysis of question paper, trying to generate questions, trying to generate structures, brainstorming, discussion. This is what you can do rather than writing elaborate answers, because getting them evaluated will also be a challenge now. The next issue that comes is, should we again start reading newspapers? Because I understand that most of you, because prelims was too close, may have stopped reading newspapers. But then go back to reading newspapers again, because now these questions would be very important. The discussions, issues, global, everything is changing. So if you are not reading newspaper now, it's going to be a disadvantage to you, not only in prelims but also in mains. So I would suggest that you should focus on reading newspapers and making notes, though the time required may be brought down a bit, right? So repetitive issues, do not get too much into it, but then whatever is happening around you, start reading and making notings of that. Here, newspapers may not be available to you at your places, especially if you are in a rural area. You can go for digital copies, and then Evernote or digital platforms can be used for making notes also. Along with this, digital media can be used where you can go for selective surfing. So, but the only thing is you have to be a bit careful. It's not that you get distracted and then waste a lot of time on this online platforms or social media. So I would suggest that a purposeful and judicious use of internet combined with your newspaper to dig a bit more into current issues, and then linking everything that you are reading with your core content is absolutely necessary. Now, the next query that comes to your mind is, what do you do about your optional? So, should you start preparing your optional again? Because there seems to be time at hand. Uh, I think that what you can do here is, rather than starting optional from scratch again, You can identify the areas of optional which may, because most optional have certain overlapping part with prelims or your GS preparation. So you can pick up those areas and prepare them nicely. Otherwise, identify the most important parts of your syllabus of optional, and those parts slowly and steadily, maybe you devote just 1 hour or 2 hours every day. You can constantly start reading that, and not only reading but noting down also. Because again, I would like to tell you that the probability that you will not get much time for mains, right? The usual gap, the probability is that that may not be available this year. So it's better that you prepare notings. So whatever you are reading now, even if you pick up a difficult portion or important portion of your optional, prepare a write up in a manner that you can answer the question directly, if you have to write it in for 10 marker or 15 marker, right? So optional, the most important areas you can revise. You can make crisp notes for those areas, analysis of question papers of optionals and making structures for them. The only thing is the optional, the slot of time that you allot for optional preparation, keep it short. It cannot be more than 3 hours, right? So just 1.5 to 2 hours every day, or 4 days in a week you can give presently. So this is what you can do for optional. Apart from that, uh, many of you were practicing prelims papers. So should you continue solving prelims question papers? Here I would bet that now you know that not only the coronavirus curve, but your prelims preparation curve needs to be flattened now, because the prelims is pushed ahead. So you have to keep up the tempo and not burn yourself out, right, by May end. So what you are supposed to do is, every day while you are reading, you pick up subject wise or comprehensive questions and solve say 50 to 70 questions, 50 questions on an average every day. Analyze them nicely. You can pick up a comprehensive test and solve every week at the most, right? Or even if you keep a gap, say 10 days between two tests, that is also okay. But then do not leave completely the prelims question paper solving, otherwise you will not be in the mode again. So uh, at least 50 questions daily and one paper 1 week is a very conservative task that I can give you. Apart from that, what else can you do? So to make most of this lockdown, what else you need to do? First and foremost, you can start reading extracurricular material a bit. So that may not be always like yojana or a syllabus related content only. I would suggest that you read something like, for example, you can read a book by say Amartya Sen, or you can read books by other people who have written nicely about India administration, the present global or national challenges. So something not directly related to curriculum, but a bit uh, different. So if you can read like this, that will help you prepare, think, and develop new perspectives for your preparation. Here, at least 10 pages. How much time should be given? At least 10 pages you can read every day before you go to sleep. And not only read, give time to think, reflect on those, whatever you are reading, reflect on them, and try to link that part with your own life as well as what is happening around you, right? For example, presently I've been reading because of this lockdown. So I've read Amesh, his Shiva trilogy, then even Chitra Banerjee Devakaruni, she has written a very nice book on Mahabharat from Draupadi's, a feminine perspective. uh, Presently I'm reading S.L. Bhairappa, which is a Kannada writer, very famous, and who has written a book Parv, that is on Mahabharat again, and a very different perspective than you see on television. So if you read this and uh, give yourself time to think, reflect, absorb, you can see that all these things are not just mythological characters or parts of bits and pieces of your history, scattered pieces of your history. You can relate every aspect to the present challenges, present context, your ethics, your essay preparation, uh, even your own personality, right, in a ethical manner. So that you need to do. Apart from that, exercise regularly, take very good care of your health. If you find that you have a lot of time and you are not able to devote that time productively to this exam preparation, and you need a break, distraction. Use constructive methods to engage yourself. You are at your most of you are at your homes. Help your family members, talk to them, right, in a different manner, because I believe that most of us have been away from our families because of our education, UPC preparation, and then you have not got this type of leisure time to actually sit and speak to your family. So that is what you can do: help them in their work, lessen their burden. And this satisfaction, right, this purpose will also help you keep yourself sane and come back and study for, say, 10 hours, 12 hours, whatever you need to do, right? And here, understand that you being at your family should not be a burden on others. Rather, it is like you should be giving them, right, the time, the most precious resource, or most valuable resource that you have, that is your attention and your time. So give time to your family members, speak to them, help them in their work. Lastly, learn to connect yourself. Think think about you. See, you didn't get such a break since a long time. Though it is not completely a break, you are preparing for UPSC now also. Give time to think about your life, right? So think about the kind of life you want to live, the kind of world this will be, kind of administration you want to enter, right, kind of person you want to be. So self development and a depth in your thinking about yourself and about the external world. So this is what you can do at home. Finally, I believe that keep the pessimism that is present outside away from you, right? It's a rule of nature. Old has to be destroyed, the new will emerge out of it. So this is the process that you are witnessing outside now. Because I'm reading Mahabharata, it is rightly mentioned there. Krishna says, right, that yada yada hi dharmasya glanirabhavati bharata, right? Abhyuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srujanmaham. So it's like when things reach to a very very wrong point, right, threshold, then there is a churning that occurs, a revolution that occurs. Maybe coronavirus is here to teach us that we had developed in a very wrong manner, and now things have to change. And you and I are very fortunate enough to be here to absolutely participate in this process, right, where a new threshold would be set for kind of life and kind of world that you want to live in. So here, lastly, I believe that uh, we need to follow what my favorite author Rumi says, right? The poet says that should be like melting ice. Wash yourself of yourself. So this is the time you've got. So best wishes from my side. Stay healthy, stay safe, and uh, enjoy this lockdown to be more productive, not only for your study but overall your time. Thank you.